Hey there, it's Bobby Legs, and welcome to another episode of Bobby Legs Loves Watches. And today I have a collection update. There's been a lot of changes. We're in October of 2021, and I've done collection updates in January. I think I did one, in July, but in between, I've been doing other collection updates in regards to specifically my German watch collection, which has grown and retracted and grown and retracted, and the collection in general has grown and retracted. Now, I entered January of 2021 with maybe like 7 or 8 watches, and I didn't think that much would change over the course of the year. I keep on lying to myself because I have that same expectation in the beginning of every year that I'm not going to really change much, that I like where my collection is, that I'll maybe just add a piece or two. But the case was I added a lot of watches in 2021, and I also sold a lot of watches, possibly fine-tuning my collection to where I want to be, but I'm just lying to myself. To be honest with you guys. So I think a lot of it is that my tastes are constantly evolving, and sometimes I get bored of some pieces and I need to move on. Sometimes I need to sell some pieces to add other pieces, and that's kind of where I've been lately. I had, since my last collection update, I had sold my U50, I had sold my 903, both Zinn watches, and I just recently sold my Black Bay 58. Man, I had that watch since the beginning of my channel pretty much. I think my second or third video was the unboxing and then the review of it. That watch had a lot of sentimental value to it, but I let it go. I let it go because, well, there was another watch that, had loomed over me for over 14 years, and I needed to get it, and I had an opportunity, so I had to raise some capital, right? So let's just start and go. Now, this is like my non-G-Shock portion of the collection. I do have a G-Shock collection. It's small, but I'm adding a couple of pieces, and I think in the beginning of next year, when I do my official State of the Collection video, I will include them. I do count them. I know the running joke is the G-Shocks don't count. They do count because I do get a lot of enjoyment out of them. So I will be going through them when I add more pieces. I see myself adding more pieces anyway throughout the course of the end of this year and the beginning of next, for sure. They're just so much fun. They keep on coming out with new models, and yeah, they're a lot of fun, like I said. So let's start with the German side of the collection. I have 3 German watches and 3 Swiss watches here. The first watch is a piece that I picked up this year. Well, actually the Kickstarter was last year. Only Kickstarter I've ever been involved with. And it's because, they were marketing pretty well on Facebook, this Heinrich watch company. And I really liked what I saw. And it has a very 70s vintage style dive watch with an awesome looking bracelet. Very, very cool. It's got a Sellita 200 in here. Great watch. Love that sunburst green dial and that vintagey color lume that's going on here as well. Nice big crown. Great bezel action here. Lines up pretty well. Yeah, perfect. Great little diver from a German micro brand. Again, first time I've ever owned a Kickstarter, and I really like the watch a lot. Super comfortable. I just love this 70s style case. I'm a big fan of it, and I could see myself adding, a watch of this similar style in the future. There's so many great options, so many reissues of old models by many brands out there that are very attractive. And so anyway, this is a Heinrich Diver. It's a 200 meter water resistant, fun watch, really cool, interesting stuff going on here. Look at the knurl on the bezel here and that wave pattern going there. And then you have this painted emblem here, lost focus, which is here as well. This is the line, and then the region where this watch is made, or wherever the owner of the company is from. I'm not really sure. This is their region emblem. So pretty cool watch. I enjoy it. Nice little pickup. Very happy with it. Next is a watch that was on my radar for a really long time, and I was thinking of buying it. I wanted to purchase it, but Watch Buys was the only dealer here in the States, or seller, that was selling this Jaeger and Benzinger watch here. I wanted to try somewhere else, go somewhere else outside the country to pick it up. I didn't want to go through Watch Buys for some particular reason, but I was told that I had to. So I was in the process of trying to figure out, what kind of combination, and this showed up on Watch You Seek, and I picked it up, and I really, really like this watch a lot. Beautiful guilloche work, hand guilloche on the dial, and on the back here with the movement here side, just well done and engraved, and very, very happy with it. However, this watch is on the chopping block, and yeah, so I'm looking to sell this piece. If you're interested, you can email me. I do have it up on Watch You Seek, I believe. I have it for $3,500. New from Watch Buys, you're looking at $4,350, I think, and then you had tax and shipping, and you're up to like $4,600, $4,700. So yeah, I'm looking to move on from it. I do like it. It's a dressy piece, but I also have another dress piece that you'll see right next. And having two dress pieces with my lifestyle at the moment, it just doesn't make sense. Having said that, I don't think I'll ever be able to get at a good price or a price like this, something with this much artistic work here done. I mean, this guilloche is amazing. For $3,500, it is hard to beat. You're not going to find that. I mean, most stuff like this is at least double the price. So anyway, I am going to be parting with it because, I'll just do a quick little, it's 38 millimeter. So fits really nicely on my 16.75 inch wrist. But I'm moving on from it because I have this guy, and this is the Kudoke II. I have the salmon dial. Beautiful watch. Petit Aiguille Award winning watch here. Well, the white dial variant. The white dial variant was the original variant a couple years ago, won that award. And then Stefan Kudoke has released the same watch in other dial variants, a black and a green, I think very limited edition green, and this salmon color. Now this watch new, well, at least on Watch Buys, is around $12,000. So it definitely shot up in price when Stefan Kudoke won that Petit Aiguille Award for this. I remember this particular watch in the white dial was going for less than $8,000, and then as soon as he won, it jumped up to like almost 10, and then I think it's like slightly over 10 now with the white dial. So really, really pricey watch at the moment. Look at the case back here. Beautiful, beautiful case back. Nice engraving there in the middle. I think when this is due for a service, when I send them back to Stefan, I'm going to inquire about engraving this plate back here because I've seen it done. People have done it on Instagram. They've selected, they've had it, I guess, bespoke engraving in the back. And I'm sure it's going to cost me a pretty penny, but I think it will be worth it because I think it'll just look fantastic. So I will be pursuing that as an option. Great looking piece on wrist. Man, I love this watch. Day-night indicator. You see the sun and the moon. Let's just show you that in action. So when you wind the watch and put the time at noon, it lines up and you have the sun on top. And then at midnight, the moon is on top as well. So really excellent watch. Beautiful, beautiful watch. I love it. Definitely staying in the collection, but that might be the kiss of death, right? Because I've always said that before. Next is, if you see my State of the Collections, you're familiar with this watch. This is the first luxury watch that I've ever purchased. This is a Panerai Seahawk II. I bought this in 2005. I knew nothing about watches, knew nothing about Panerai especially. Somebody I knew had this watch at the time. I loved it. I wanted it. I found it. I picked it up, and I got really, really lucky because this is a really great watch, and it's in fantastic shape. And I wore this watch, but it's still in awesome, awesome shape. Kind of big, lug to lug. It's around 53 millimeters, 43 millimeter case diameter. So it feels big on wrist. I had it on the original strap, which is a rubber strap, and my wife at the time, she was my girlfriend. She bought it for me, and we're talking like 6 or 7 years, and it's at least maybe 8 or 9 years ago, and it's still like really stiff. So and that kind of made it feel like almost a little unwearable in combination with the size of it. So I put it on this Erica original strap, and it feels great on wrist. So I've been wearing this, or have been wearing this a lot lately, until I just added something new that we'll get to in a moment. But great watch. Next is a Panerai Luminor, and I picked up this watch just maybe a year or so after I picked up the Panerai from a friend of mine, and this watch is great. I haven't had it serviced yet. 6497, hand wound movement. Just a super awesome watch. Really cool, really different, right? There's not, I don't have anything in the collection that looks like this. Winding it is a dream. Nice, loud. I love the audible wound on this, and this little lever here to keep it down. Probably the water resistance is not where it should be at the moment. I'm just guessing because it hasn't been serviced in a really, 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 really long time, or at all. So I'm sure that it doesn't have the water resistance that it claims. But I mean, look at that movement going there. Just really, really beautiful watch, and a really fun watch to wear. You can see I've worn it a lot. This is a titanium case here. I've worn it a lot, and it's fun. It's almost, I think technically it's a dive watch. For me, if it doesn't have a timing bezel, it really isn't. But it's almost like a really big field watch for me, And this is like tritium lume here as well. Very, very cool watch, two-handed watch. I have two-handed watches in the collection, right? That doesn't bother me. I know some people need that second hand, but if I want to know that if it's moving or ticking, I just look behind here and see, or just put it up to my ear and listen. It's another big watch here, but I like it. I like it. The lug to lug is not too bad, so it's okay, and it's pretty thick, but it's fine. And then finally, let's move on to the most recent acquisition. And this is a watch that I've been in the hunt for over 14 years, and finally got the opportunity to pick it up from a boutique. I had to drive a long way. It was a very long day, about a 10-hour round trip driving, but it was worth it. And it's, of course, a Rolex Submariner, the 124060, no date sub. The watch that I got rid of my beloved Tudor Black Bay 58 to help fund this, and to me it was a no-brainer because they both don't have a date, right? And I've been wanting this watch for a really long time. I could always get the Black Bay 58 back, that's the way I look at it. I could always get the Zin 903 back, the Zin U50 back, the watches that I sold to help fund this purchase. I could always get those back. But this watch I've been in hunt for 14 years, and I go through that story in the unboxing or first impressions video that I released about a week ago. And so I won't go through that per se here. Maybe in future State of the Collections I'll do a recap of the story. But this watch is awesome. Like, I get it now. You know what I mean? Like, I know people, you have your fanboys of Rolex, and then you have your connoisseurs of watch collectors who have Rolex in their collection, and this watch is spectacular. I love it. I've been wearing it constantly. It's been on my wrist every day for most of the day. Sometimes I switch off with a G-Shock depending on if I'm doing any yard work and whatnot. But I just love this watch, man. It is awesome, and it's really like, I thought I was gonna get just a Submariner, maybe a date just down the road, and that's it. But now all I want to do is collect Rolex, which is, I'm laughing because we all are aware of how difficult it is to get Rolexes now, especially MSRP, right? I didn't want to pay over MSRP, but yeah, it's definitely created a little bit of a monster. I'm constantly on the Rolex website now, configuring different watches. It's pathetic, but it's a great watch and I love it. Anyway, so this is what I currently have here, and I'm still looking to sell this piece over here because I'm hoping next year to add another Rolex. My plan is, if everything works out, is to maybe add a new Rolex piece in my collection, one piece a year for the next 3 to 5 years. I know that's crazy. That's a lot to ask. I'm hoping that I've started a relationship and that would with the boutique salesperson and the boutique itself. And I'm hoping that, even though I'm a small potatoes, that it could happen, right? I'm not, I don't have like a Daytona on that list. You know what I mean? Like, I think I have some pretty reasonable requests in that list. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, I'll probably add some more G-Shocks here or there in case I get an itch and a new G-Shock comes out. I may just add it and I'll sell them if I don't like them. G-Shocks they're great. They're great that way. But if I can add one Rolex a year and several G-Shocks a year to my collection, I think that's the way to go. At least that is the case for today in October of 2021. November in 2021, I could totally change my mind and go back to just collecting German watches. Who knows? But that's where I'm at today, guys. And I appreciate you hanging in this video. Got a little bit longer than I thought it would be. Please write a comment below. Let me know what you think of the collection so far. Let me know where you think I should go with the collection, what I should sell, what I should add. I really would appreciate the feedback, and have a good one. See you in the next video. If my channel is new to you and you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and click that bell icon to get updates when I upload new videos. I love making these videos and I hope you like them too. And also, if you want to support the channel, please buy me a cup of coffee. The link is in the description. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.